coverage of Blizzard 2015, and I think this is one of those storms that people will remember. I know where I was when the blizzard hit.
Absolutely, and as we were saying before the break, people are kind of getting cabin fever. They're thinking this thing is over because maybe there was a lull in the snowfall, but we're hearing that things are just going to start ramping up again. And with more on that, let's turn to Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca. Tony?
Well, still tracking snow on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. Not quite through with the storm yet as far as impacts in terms of precipitation and wind. It's the kind of situation where some areas getting, very heavy snow, and other spots it's very light. Take a look at live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar, and you see plenty of blue on your screen. And every now and then you get these darker strips of blue. You see one in eastern Connecticut, where they've just gotten a tremendous amount of snow. This part of Connecticut right here closing in on 25 to almost 30 inches of snow. You see another darker strip of blue now getting ready to pass through the Providence metro area and into Cranston. My mother just called from Cranston telling me that it was snowing pretty hard. So actually putting mom to work here during this storm system. And you see a lighter band in southeastern Mass, where it's sometimes it may stop completely, only to have a darker band of snow, several towns over. So it's really alternating intensities. At times very light, at times coming down heavy. In Providence right now, the snow's starting to pick up once again. You can see how the visibility is reduced a little bit. So some spots not out of the question to pick up an additional inch or two of snow in some of these heavier bands over the next several hours. Only 20. Of course, the winds are still gusty, so the wind chills, the feel-like temperatures are running close to zero. They will go below zero later on this evening and during the overnight. So coupled with all the snow on the ground and the wind, now we're talking about wind chills in the sub-zero category. Travel ban continues just for the simple fact that we're still getting snow and wind, and the crews will clear the roads only to have gusts of wind take snow from the sides of the road because it's very dry and fluffy and just blow it back over. So sometimes it's a no-win situation. But what to expect? Most of this has fallen already, and this was our forecast from really a couple of days ago, 18 to 24 with locally higher amounts. John and Burrillville now closing in on 26.5 inches of snow. And talking with TJ and the rest of the weather team, we think that some parts of our area, places like Burrillville and that part of the state, could come close to 30 inches when all is said and done. In fact, Worcester now, one of the high spots in southern New England at 31, Burrillville 26.5, Somerset, Gloucester, 2 feet of snow, New Bedford 18, at the airport in Warwick. Is that still the old 17.3 from a couple of hours ago? Yeah, more than likely this is going to tick up a little bit because it is currently snowing at a pretty good clip at the airport in Warwick. So bands of snow will continue into the evening hours. I'm thinking the shutoff time's around 8 o'clock. Frequent gusts to 40 to 50 miles per hour and blowing and drifting of the snow. It does dry out later tonight, and we are setting up for much better weather on Wednesday, though cold, with a temperature at 25, guys.
All right, Tony, thank you. Well, as we've reported late last year, the town of North